blue point crab. I want to show you the proper way to clean a blue point crab for your crab divine. Now, many of you might think, this crazy guy pulling his hand in there and getting these guys out with no gloves on. Well, just for your information, I do have gloves to keep my hands fresh and clean from that crab smell. Here's what we got to do. You grab the, first of all, you grab, if he's got the back fin, grab him by the back fin, just like I got him. Put him on a table, turn around, keep him face down. Now, take your finger, put it right in this back where the back fin was, grab the legs, the thumb right here. Then, make sure his big claws are facing forward and they don't come around and snap you from underneath. Now, here's what I got to do. You give it a slight tilt on the table, thumb back here, not here, back here. All right, and then while you're holding with your thumb down there, press down and then pull up with your thumb and slowly peel it off. And there you go. Now you got the cap here into the trash. Now you got a nice, good-looking crab. You got all that meat inside, but you got all this gunk on the inside. So what you got to do is you got to take a good knife or a butter knife, scrape that off now. And notice how I'm holding the crab, because even though I decapitated him, he's still alive. He can come around and snip you. So one finger here, the other finger here. Well, this one came off. Don't have to worry about that one. And you hold that back so he can't get you. Now, slowly peel all that stuff off. Take your fingers in here. Grab off the face piece. Take out all the guts. Clean off all the gills, or what we would call the lungs, for those of you who don't know. Now, there's little tiny bones inside here. You gotta crack them. You hear that? Okay, now we got them all cracked off. Now we just peel it out. There's no meat in here except guts, innards, reproductive organs, and a lot of other nice goodies in there. Now there's a little bone right on the front there. We can break that off. Instead of using your finger like that, just go. And there you are. Nice clean. Here, a little bit more. There you go. Now, for this back piece, you can't get in there with a knife, but it comes with its own peeler. Just in there, pull it back, grab everything with your thumb underneath, pull it out. You got it. Now, all we got to do is just take a garden hose with a little nozzle. Now, you wash it all out underneath. Now, you might have a little bit of that yellow gunk. You see, there's that bone I was telling you about. It sits right there. So we broke that off, peel that yellow stuff back, loosen it up. There you go. A little bit more over here. Sorry about that. Pull that out, and there you go. Clean crab meat, ready to rock and roll. I've already got a couple other ones peeled out over here. All I got to do is just wash them out. And that's all you got to do. Now that you've cleaned off all your crabs, you take your clean crabs without all the gunk and muck, and you just put them in a pan. Layer them. You can do a double layer or a single layer. I like things nice and neat, so I put them up 4 in a row. Set them up with the clean meat facing up towards you. Now, there's a reason to my madness, and that is because right now I have melted butter with garlic and some secret ingredients, and it's all mixed in together. And we take it and put it inside the cavity that's been cleaned out. Now, just keep the crabs nice and neat. You fold your claws forward, and you keep the legs all nice and tight, as tight as possible. Take your melted butter. I like to put it in a container. I melted butter with some garlic and some of my secret recipe ingredient that I put in here. It makes it finger licking good. You know what I mean? Just pour some of that on there. Shake it in. Make sure you get into the cavity. There you go. and sprinkle a little bit of it on the legs and all the other things. And take good old-fashioned Old Bay or Maryland's crab seasoning, whichever you like, or make your own, and you just sprinkle it all over the place. Here you go. Get some on the crab legs. You can get a little bit extra on the inside there. And just let it rain down. Showers of blessings. It'll make your mouth feel good and your taste buds going for a party. Now, since I'm having a lot of people over, I want to double layer it so I can do it twice as fast. And put it in, do the same thing. Layer them up, nice and neat. You take, set them all up. One thing is, once you try these, you will never go back to that sloppy, yellow, gunky stuff that's rolling down your hands and over your table and over your new pants, and especially if you try and impress your girlfriend, or you're taking your wife out to a nice fancy dinner or whatever you do it, and all that stuff's running down your hands and then, like me, always on my shirt. So now you get rid of all that mess and all that fuss and muss. And here you go. Pour it in. Into the cavities, and sprinkle a little bit over the top of the legs so it catches that Old Bay. Never enough. And sprinkle that Old Bay all over the place. And here you go. Just keep on going, one at a time. And
looking beautiful.
Yeah. We're setting up a video for YouTube, so now. You got people in the background grabbing a brew and not giving anything to the guy that's really working hard over here.
The order's coming.
The order's coming. All right. So we're all set. Make sure to rain down all these things right on top of all these legs. The seasoning is very important. You can even eat the legs. A friend of mine once had my crabs, and he says he doesn't want to get rid of the legs. He chewed the legs up, and he literally ate and swallowed the little legs. He said it's too good to throw away. All right, that's all you got to do now, and we're set. Next step is getting it into the barbecue. Now, we clean them all. We prepared them. We put the butter and garlic in there with my secret ingredient. And now, after everything's said and done, we put them in the barbecue. And here's what we got. We watch out, make sure they're all nice and red. We don't want any blue showing up whatsoever. So we check out, we double layer this, so we check the bottom layers also. Make sure there's no blue whatsoever. You see that little blue there? It's not quite red. So now we'll let these cook up for a little bit more, and then we'll sit back, crack them, and enjoy that succulent juice. Now we have a house full of people that have been getting ready, finally showed up, and we already got our first batch going. So another 10 minutes, we'll be ready to roll on this side. All right, stay tuned. All right. Now, after you cook them in the grill, they're nice and red, and you can see that the claws are all bright red, and the meat's all done on the inside, semi-dry, but not overly dry. The meat is nice and moist. All you have to do is just crack off the legs, pull out the white meat, chew on that, and then crack the claws, chew on the legs, and down the hatch. And as I say, they're finger looking good. Mwah! Now send away for your recipe, secret recipe, and I'll tell you how much it is. All right? Ciao.